What kind of mother would do that to her son? Turn him into a prostitute so you could pretend to be something more than what you are, which is nothing more than a Philly whore. You're a big old they're making your son out to be, that's for sure. Truth is, she wasn't nothing but a dealer's whore. That's all she ever was.
What's bothering me is that being a celebrity sometimes comes with, like, everybody wants to be successful in a celebrity and stuff like that, but it comes with, you know, bullshit sometimes, and, you know, that's the only thing that I hate about it.
Wait, did Bryshere Gray's head mother really sell him to Diddy in exchange for money? Y'all better get a chair for this one, because Jaguar Wright is back in full force. And she just spilled all the tea about how Bryshere Gray was violated by Diddy and Will Smith till he was forced to run away from Hollywood. Now, this ain't the first time that Jaguar has spoken out about how Diddy diddled Bryshere into becoming his low freak-off boy toy. But this time, she revealed even more incriminating evidence and exposed Bryshere's mother, Andrea Mayberry, and his ex-manager Charlie Mack for selling him off to Diddy and allowing Bryshere to be turned into a slave Jaguar. Even went as far as claiming that there's a tape of Justin Bieber, Bryshere, Will, and Diddy having a nasty freak-off. What's even crazier is that Bryshere actually tried to file a $50 million lawsuit against Diddy and Will at the beginning of the year. But they somehow got to him before the lawsuit could be made public and him into Cillin.
I don't even know what's going on.
They trying to slay him out so he'll feel too embarrassed to file his lawsuit against Diddy for what Will and Diddy did to him. With Jaden and Justin present, that tape exists.
Now, just a little bit of context as to how Bryshere even got into Diddy's circle. In the first place, he was discovered by Charlie Mack when he was about 17, and Charlie took him under his wing to be his talent manager. He pulled a few strings and got Bryshere a chance to audition for the role of Hakim Lion and Empire at the very last minute. And fortunately for Bryshere, he ate that audition up and later got cast to play the role after Empire came out and became a hit show. Charlie then thought it would be a good idea to introduce Bryshere to Will Smith to mentor him and to level up his acting skills. But here's the thing, though Bryshere didn't only want to be an actor, he also wanted to do music. So Charlie introduced him to Diddy to help his music career, but as we all know, no favors came from Diddy for free. And this time, by the time that mentorship was over, Bryshere was violated, used, passed around, and completely blackballed at the time. Many people did not realize how disturbing all these industry incubus were, because we thought Diddy and Will were actually trying to help this boy. But in reality, they just wanted to turn him out and use his body to satisfy their depraved desires. The first person who publicly spoke up about this and gave Bryshere a voice was Jaguar Wright. She said this entire thing about mentorship was just a tactic that Diddy and Will used to lure these young men into their freak-offs. They lied to these boys that they're going to mentor them into becoming a star, only to end up indulging them in hour-long freak-offs, oil up in loads of baby oil. She even recalled the time that Bryshere and Meek Mill had reportedly ran out of Will's house screaming for help after one of these freak-off sessions.
Weird things in their house, and young men have left their house screaming to get away from them in their mentorship. Meek Mills, Bryshere Gray left that house screaming. August the only one that stayed, and I guess he was really sick. He needed a dog.
Well, Jaguar was not lying when she said that Diddy was messing with Bryshere, because ever since Bryshere left Hollywood, his life has been nothing but hell. In fact, as we speak, he's now doing gay corn and sharing his body with any and everybody for a little changes. Videos are all over the internet, and it's crazy to think about, because just a few years ago, he was one of the big up-and-coming actors in Hollywood. Now he's selling his body on the internet and pumping himself up with hard. Not only that, but he's gotten into a lot of legal trouble over the years that he didn't really have no business getting into. For example, back in 2022, when he was found guilty for aggravated assault against a woman he was hooking up with at the time. But this ain't his first run-in with law because back in 2020, his wife was rescued by a man at a nearby gas station. After she had gone there asking for help, she told the police that Burr had strangled her and put his hands on her continuously till she kept going in and out of consciousness. Once police showed up to his house to arrest, he refused to come out the house. It took hours of negotiation between the SWAT team members here to get him to come out that house. And when his mugshots were released, people couldn't help but point out how different he looked. This was when people started to piece everything together and realized just how much damage the industry had caused him.
Of Bryshere Gray, one of the stars of the hit show Empire. Tonight we're seeing hours of new video from his July arrest that ended with his wife flagging down police and telling them the actor had assaulted her for hours inside their Goodyear home. The bizarre jailhouse interview lasting for 2 hours as they try to piece together a chaotic chain of...
Even though Bryshere is an adult, and he's very much responsible for his own actions, the torture that Deedon will put him through was what triggered all of this. And he hasn't been able to break out from it to this day now. Going back to Jaguar Wright, she wasn't done spilling all the tea about what Diddy did to Bryshere, because she recently sat down for a heated interview with Real Life Productions, and she revealed even more information about how the entire thing was orchestrated. It turns out that Charlie Mack wasn't oblivious to what Diddy and Will were doing. In fact, even Bryshere's own mother, Andrea Mayberry, was in on it, and she handed over her son to Diddy for a check. Jaguar also said the reason why Bryshere's deadbeat mom, Andrea, allowed all these traumatic things to happen to her son was because she wanted to exploit his pain to write a book that nobody even cares to read, just so she can make some changes.
Cheers, Mom. I'ma kick you in your and then I'ma go to work North Philly style, bitch. Fuck you. And Charlie. You happy now? He's a gay porn star. Are you happy now, Andy? For a book that didn't sell? I hope that new husband of yours leaves you. And maybe it's time you tell your son why his father is really in jail, his biological father, for all of his life and what you had to do with it. You CI. I'm sorry. Came to me and begged me for my help. I told her to get the away from Charlie. I did everything that I could do to get Bryshere, to help her get Bryshere out of California into Chicago State to be ready for filming. She knew she knew what Will did to him. But because of Charlie, see? And Charlie had promised her all kinds of things. And all she had to do was pretend to be a broken down single mom who worked her way up through the ghetto and raised a superstar for television, when the truth is she wasn't nothing but a drug dealer's. That's all she ever was. She went from drug dealer to drug dealer, and then she snitched on whoever she needed to snitch on until she could get to the bigger bag, until she got with Larry Lair, my friend who raised Bryshere in $1 million home. Your whole book is lies, Andy. And I hope anybody that bought it asks for a refund and demands it comes out of your pocket every time they see your son's gay porn.